I'm M. Carter Pierce, and this is the Daily Reel. We took a little break because of the holiday. I had people over, and I'm sure many of you did too. And I just didn't think it proper to intrude, even though I bring facts to you, but I didn't want to intrude on your holiday with your family. But now it's time to get back to business. And I tell you, things are really, really not good at all. Last night I watched a classic from 1965 from my childhood, A Charlie Brown Christmas. And it made me remember the US that I grew up in the 60s. It just hit different because even though we had problems in this country, we were still involved in the civil rights movement. Things were starting to ease up in the late 60s, early 70s. Clearly, they were better than they are today. But even though there wasn't a lot of money around, there was enough. And people were so much different during that time. I remember walking in the neighborhood store area during Christmas time, and people who normally didn't speak to you during the year, they would stop and say hello. They would tip their hat. They were so much kinder during that time. But now, with the rise of Trump and MAGA, people don't do that anymore. Christmas time comes around, and people are nowhere near as nice as they used to be. Never mind Christmas time, but on a daily basis. So many people just don't care anymore. They truly don't. And it's saddening. So sad. And I don't think we wanted this. We didn't want this. Nobody wanted this. This isn't what people voted for. We didn't want a country that bombs fishermen just because. 82 lives are gone because Donald Trump, without any evidence whatsoever, decided he wanted to bomb boats, fishermen in the Caribbean, claiming that they were drug traffickers. Even though international and military law calls for those ships to be boarded first, and that bombing or confrontation like that should be the last resort. Interdiction is first, especially in international waters. But wait, it gets worse. Because even after you bomb the boat and you realize that there are two survivors clinging on to the remnants of the boat, Pete Hegseth, the drunken white nationalist Christian, tells them to go back and make sure there are no witnesses, and he kills them too. That's improper. It's illegal. And we didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for these tariffs. That, for example, if you want to go and buy a Hyundai, you're going to pay $10,000 to $20,000 more than you asked for. An example, if you pay $20,000 for the car, you can add another $10,000 thanks to the tariff. Is that crazy? We didn't ask for this. And Donald Trump wants to make you believe that he's raking in trillions from these tariffs when the actual number is closer to 158 billion. Not trillion, billion. We didn't vote for this. We didn't ask for it. I certainly didn't vote for it. I did not vote for him. But for those who did, I don't really think you asked for this. The lie of tariffs that other countries are paying it is false. For example, let's pick a popular car, a Nissan Altima, which may cost, picking a number, $25,000. Well, you got some smart guys at Nissan headquarters in a cubicle that figure out what the tariff is. And they include that onto the sticker price of the car. So when you go to buy it, that the tariff is already built into the price. So we are actually paying the tariff. Jeff Bezos at one time wanted to put on Amazon how much the tariff of each item would cost. Trump screamed about that and he removed it because he didn't want the lie. The idea that other countries are paying it and making us rich when they weren't, that we're actually paying it. He didn't want that picture to disappear. Then we have the debacle of Doge. Elon Musk, who claimed that he was going to trim $2 trillion off of the federal budget. Waste, fraud, and abuse, he said. The truth of the matter is, he is the waste, fraud, and abuse. He trimmed maybe $121 billion out of the federal budget. Not trillion, $121 billion at best. At best. In the meantime, he's wrecked countless lives, gotten people fired, career veteran government employees who knew what they were doing, not these hapless morons who pledge loyalty to Trump. My God, Homeland Security is in the hands of a 22-year-old kid whose previous job was landscaping. Our anti-terrorist section of Homeland Security is being run by a 22-year-old kid with no experience. His former job was landscaping. We didn't ask for this. We didn't want this. We didn't vote for it. The country is divided because of Donald Trump's racism. Black people are bad. Brown people are bad. The truth of the matter is, everyone is bad if you're not in service of him, if you're not giving him money, if you're not giving him power. You are bad. We didn't ask for this. We didn't want this. Our allies around the world, where we were once the leaders of the free world, he abandoned them. He vilified them. And he's brought about nothing but disrespect on this country. But he embraced despots who have studies. Their intelligence agencies have studies on how to play him out. Dangle something shiny. He'll accept a bribe. We can get what we want. The man is compromised. Ask Vladimir Putin. He knows. We didn't ask for this. We didn't vote for this. We didn't want this. Say what you want, Sleepy Joe Biden and all that. Yes, the inflation was high. That was a condition. That was part of what happens when you have a pandemic and the after effects thereof. Inflation was high, but the market was steady. Not a roller coaster like it is today. Joe Biden did not want to be a dictator. Joe Biden didn't want to consolidate power. He believed in checks and balances. Joe Biden didn't take any bribes. Donald Trump has. How so, you say? How about the $400 million 747 that's being outfitted at our cost, mind you, to be Air Force One, but yet when he leaves office, he could take it with him. That means they're going to have to remove all of that stuff because he doesn't get to keep that. Let's be clear about one particular fact. On January 20th at noon of 2029, Donald Trump will no longer be the president. There's nothing he can do. There's no switch he can pull. It's written in stone, and it's a fact. When the clock hits 12, he's out. Just as sure as you have a name, 12 o'clock, he's done. He is no longer the president. And any order that he gives is illegal. Even if you try to elect him back in, the Constitution has already said 2 terms, that's it. Steve Bannon can say, well, we've been working on something. Yeah, you know what? You can work on what you want. You're not going to amend the Constitution. You're not going to change the 22nd Amendment. Forget it. And being 43 points below water in approval ratings, we didn't ask for this, and we're proving it. The last election in November proved that we don't want this. And it's going to go on and on and on. We didn't ask for this. We don't want this. And nobody sure as hell elected this. And what he has yet planned to do and has said he's going to do, from defying court orders to further bombings to starting a war without congressional approval in Venezuela. We don't need it. We don't want it. We didn't vote for it. And we sure as hell didn't ask for it. And that's how he fucked up my Thanksgiving and my Christmas and my New Year's. Because I damn sure didn't ask for any of this. If you learned something today, please, by all means, comment, like, share this video as I thank you for your time once again. And again, it is my prayer that you enjoyed your Thanksgiving with your families and you're all safe and happy and well. And I pray for this country. You know, my one thought, I know I'm 63 and I know that parents are Santa Claus. But if Santa Claus were real, I would ask for a Christmas present this year that he would excise the current administration out of Washington, D.C., and that he would heal this nation. I'm praying for God to be Santa Claus this year because only he can do that. Once again, thank you for your time today. Comment, like, share, and by all means, subscribe. Let your friends know that we're here. We need your support. We need to come together to fight this incredible evil called the Trump administration. We don't want to hear from MAGA, though. Keep it to yourself. We don't need your TDS garbage. And we surely don't need to hear Trump's parroted talking points coming out of your faces. So that's that. And we'll see you on the next one.